let's get into the shooting itself. You know, I, for one, am not going to be the one person that is. There you go. I, for one, am not going to be one of the people who get on there and go, we need to temper down the temperature on the political talk. We, this is shocking. First of all, it wasn't shocking at all. In this day and age and in this climate, this is not shocking. The only thing that is, I guess, shocking is who did it. It was a Republican who was apparently a Trump fan. There have been plenty of witnesses who've already come out and said that there have been Trump signs in their yard, that the kid was in class and he would argue when they would argue about government, that he would be the only one that took the conservative side, that he's part of, he's big into this gun channel on YouTube. So one thing I am not going to allow as somebody that immerses himself in politics is I'm not going to sit here and be told that it is us that needs to temper down the side. This is not Tupac and Biggie. This is more like Suge Knight and the Fresh Prince. This is not.
Yeah.
This is somebody who has spewed hatred and violence for the last 10 years. And people are like, this is shocking. And we need to both sides need to tone down the rhetoric. What are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That is infuriating to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You too, Lester Holt. And I'm sure we're going to get to that. But it's like, it's everyone. It's not even just Lester Holt, right? We're watching the media and it's like they have to play that both sides because Republicans are telling you to. Like, you're falling right into what they want you to do instead of holding them to account and say, well, you can say that, but let's be realistic right now. It's been Donald Trump. Like, because that's the fucking truth. I listened to someone talk about how the Dems say whatever, they are saying violent things. And then he went all the way back to the baseball game when, what's his face? The Republican, what is his name?
I know exactly who you're talking about. Steve Scalise.
Steve Scalise got shot. He went all the way back because he's trying to say, look, it's the Democrats. And it's like, dude, one, you had to go all the way back, but there's been a slew. I did a tweet today and I went from 1999, the school shootings, from 1999 all the way to 2023. You wouldn't believe how many. Like, it's all in it. So I was doing it. I'm like, what the fuck, right?
Yeah.
Because my point of the tweet, and now just stop talking, was that Democrats for decades have been trying to get sensible gun reform. Just for decades. Only the Democrats and Republicans continue to block it. So now it's like they're gaslighting America. You're blaming the party that's actually trying to tamp it down and saying they're encouraging it. Like, both sides in this case cannot be true.
Well, that leads me to a couple of things based off of what you just said. Number one, the media trying to be responsible is actually being irresponsible here. They're doing that. We're going to be responsible and we're going to make it look like that we're not just taking sides here, but there are just clear facts on the table that you can just, you could push back. Like you brought up Lester Holt. Lester Holt wants to push back on Joe Biden, on things that, right. I mean, he's pushing back on him on stuff about the tone and the rhetoric and this and that. It's like, wait, but you should be bringing up what has started all this. Lana, you and I probably would have never met each other if Donald Trump did not appear on the political scene.
Right.
The reason why shows like this continue to pop up and people feel like regular citizens just feel like they need to get their voice out there and their opinions out there, whether it's small, big, whatever it is because of what Donald Trump has started in this country. So the fact that, and the other word, gaslighting, listen, here's the thing. I'm not fucking being gaslighted. They're gaslighting each other at this point.
Right.
Because you can't gaslight me on this. You can try till you're red in the face. It isn't going to matter. I know what you're trying to do. Try it with the stupid people, but you're not going to do that with me. It's not happening. So don't sit here and try to tell me that we both need to calm down. In fact, here's a video of Donald Trump when he was in office. This is Donald Trump toning down the rhetoric.
Give him in the face, I'll tell you.
I don't know if I'll do the fighting myself or if other people will.
You won't.
The third group, I'll be a little more violent. If you see somebody getting ready to throw a tomato, knock the crap out of them, would you? Seriously. Okay? Just knock the hell. I promise you, I will pay for the legal fees, I promise. I love the old days. You know what they used to do to guys like that when they were in a place like this? They'd be carried out on a stretcher, folks. If she gets to pick her judges, nothing you can do, folks. Although the Second Amendment people, maybe there is, I don't know.
Hilarious. Yeah, these are the same motherfuckers who are laughing and making fun of Paul Pelosi getting attacked, trying to act like it was some gay sex romp and making jokes and doing stupid shit like that. Yeah. Donald Trump is retweeting pictures of Joe Biden gagged on some idiot's truck. Yep. This is MAGA. This is these people. They've been calling for and dying for civil war. That's why they are so, this anti-gun legislation, because they want to make sure that none of these guns are taken away for the war that is already in their heads that is going to take place in this country. And it is not about it's not about fighting the government. It's about fighting liberals and leftists and killing them. Just like a couple weeks ago when we played the clip of that so-called, or the governor, the guy running for governor, Mark Robinson, who literally said, we need to kill them. Yeah. And people are going to be mad at me when I say this, but it needed to be said.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's the liberals, because you're not going to get clips of liberals.
You will not.
That. You're going to pick out little things like Lester Holt did that Biden didn't even say to an audience.
Didn't say it in public.
On the phone to the donors. And he was so honestly kind of confused because he's like, I didn't say crosshairs because they told me crosshairs is a bad thing. I said a bullseye, which is on fucking cartoons. We see a bullseye on cartoons. We see a bullseye on cartoons. We fucking shoot darts to what? A fucking bullseye?
There's no question. In fact, you see on like Twitter a lot, when somebody makes a great point, what do they put? The little bullseye thing. That you hit the mark. Right. So we all know Joe Biden didn't do that. We talk about gaslighting. You're not gaslighting me if this is your example that you brought up, that Joe Biden in a private conversation used the word bullseye, trying to incite violence and a murder of Donald Trump. Get the fuck out of here. And then, of course, instantly...
What the fuck is a bullseye? Like, what is that? Because he's even 80 whatever 1-year-old Biden was like, I didn't say crosshairs. Yeah. Even he knows that there's a difference.
No question. And guess who uses crosshairs in their advertisements and in their their political ads?
Didn't they put these assholes in the crosshair?
Yeah. They did it with AOC too.
Yeah. And he retweets it. He had a bat. Someone made that bat to DA Bragg. He retweeted that.
Well, no. How about they replace their USA pins, their lapels with AR-15s?
Right.
I mean, come on, man. This is ridiculous. This is out of out of control ridiculousness. You look at a bullseye through a crosshair. As Baby Juggernaut has joined us. Thank you for joining us, Baby Juggernaut. Good to have you here.